Hey guys, just wanted to give you guys a quick review on my Beretta 96. This is the stainless version. Has a alloy frame. I keep hearing a lot of people say that it's an aluminum frame. It's partly true. I think it's aluminum and zinc. It's an aluminum alloy. I'm sorry about that. Or just an alloy. It's an alloy frame. It is a lighter than steel frame. Um, I'll give you a closer look at it. It is safe, so don't panic. I'm just gonna check it for you guys, just to make sure. What we'll do, because I don't like dry firing these guys, I'm going to load a snap cap, a dummy round, in there, just in case we drop the hammer. You want to point it in the safe direction. I'm going to lower the safety manually. I don't like using a decocker because it just slams forward, and why do it? Why wear the gun out if you don't have to? It has a lot of nice features on it. This one in particular is actually made in the US. It's not an Italian made one. I've owned this guy for a little over 9 years, and I bought it used. I did buy this used from a gun shop that's no longer around, but me and this guy go back quite a ways. It was the very first handgun I bought, and when I used to live in my apartments, my old apartments, there was I don't want to say home invasion, but I had my neighbors think I wasn't home. They broke down my door and came in, and it's actually was a very good deterrent, or pretty much saved my life. So me and this guy go back quite a ways. So this would be a gun I would never get rid of. Of all the reviews I've watched, there's a lot of takedown videos and stuff on this guy, so I'm not going to get into that because it's pretty easy. There's really nothing to it. All you have to do, you got this little button right here. You push that in. That's all you got to do. Once you push that in, then you pull this lever down. That's it. That's all you got to do. Comes apart. There's a lot of videos on that guy. One thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was, I keep hearing that this isn't reliable, it's not accurate, and that is absolutely not true. I have put, in the 9 years that I've owned this, and I bought this used, and I'm thinking about 500 to 800 rounds have been through this when I bought it. So it has been broken in, and since I didn't have the information for the previous owner, I couldn't ask him, but ever since I bought it, I have put 2,880 rounds through it. And I know that for a fact because I log every single shot that I fire. I have a logbook for every single one of my guns, and I log it. And I think you guys should do that too. It's a good idea to just keep an eye on it. If there's any problems, I have colored pens that'll mark on that date where there was an issue. But with this gun, 2,880 rounds through it, I haven't had one problem, not one issue whatsoever. It's very accurate. I have shot it at 15 yards, and I shoot about a 1.5 inch group. That's when I concentrate. I go through my breathing, and I just do one shot at a time. I'm not doing double taps or just emptying a magazine. But 10 rounds in a 1.5 inch group at 15 feet, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I think that's pretty damn accurate. What most instructors tell you is, as long as your rounds are within the size of your palm, your group is about the size of your palm, you're golden. You're a good shot. It's a very effective shooting. So 1.5 inch group, it's definitely not bad at all. It is a very safe pistol. I don't carry this, but if anybody ever wanted to carry it. It's kind of big and bulky and heavy. I'm 6'8", and I have pretty big hands, and still, this is pretty big for me. It is a beefy gun, especially with the hook grips on it, which wraps around and actually allows you to control the gun a lot better. You get away from the torque recoil, because you have your normal recoil, which the gun goes up. You also have torque recoil, which the gun goes left or right. With the hoe grips, that eliminates any kind of torque recoil, which is very, very nice. It's a very enjoyable gun to shoot. It's actually very safe. You have an ambidextrous safety, which also doubles as a decocker. Now, I don't want to let the hammer fall forward, but see, my hand's not on the trigger, and that goes right forward. When it's on safe, the safety actually takes the fire pin away, so the fire pin will not engage whatsoever. But for some weird reason, the sears in here fail, and the hammer goes forward, and you have a round in the chamber, which if you look right now, the ejector is laying flat. What we'll do, we're going to load a round in there. Now you see it has a loaded chamber indicator. But for some weird reason, the sears fail and the hammer falls forward, and this is in your pants or in your holster somewhere. The gun will not fire because you have this thing on top, and this is a fire pin safety block. The fire pin safety block is nice because, see, when I pull the trigger back, see how it goes up? If that's all the way down and the hammer falls forward, the firing pin will not move. This is locked. When it's down, it's locking the firing pin. So for some weird reason, this goes off without you touching the trigger. If it falls down or whatever, it's not going to fire. It's not going to send a 40 caliber right down your pants. That's basically the gist of it. When you pull the trigger all the way back to where the sear releases, you can see the block go up. You can see it move up. When that moves up, now you got a free path for the firing pin to go forward. And now, when it falls forward, the gun goes bang, basically. So it's very safe. I've heard stories from some police officer friends of mine that the Glocks have just been carrying them, and it just goes off, which is kind of odd, because Glock also has an internal firing pin safety, which I don't understand. But I think they just don't want to think. They just don't want us to think they're stupid, because they were playing with the trigger and it went off. So we'll just chalk that up to experience. But overall, this guy is pretty safe. See, when you pull the safety, the firing pin actually moves out of the way. So if the safety's on, nothing's happening. It's actually moving that that link between the firing pin and the hammer. It just moves it down. So overall, very accurate, very, very reliable. 2,880 rounds without one single hiccup. It doesn't have an ambi mag release, which I guess it's okay. I don't really care about that, but it's alright. It's pretty good. Other than that, I don't really have much more to say about it. It's very reliable. It is by far one of my favorite firearms. It looks gorgeous. These things are just amazing looking firearms, and guys will back me up. Men are visual creatures, and this thing is just, the design of it, leave it to the Italians to design something for you. It is just amazing. When I went to, for my first gun, when I went to the gun store, this was talking to me. It was like, buy me. It was it was just one of the things that it was all the way across the room, and it was screaming out, come and look at me. Yeah, and ever since then, every gun I've bought, it's been when I go to the gun store. It's just the gun that talks to me, the one that says, that's the one I buy. So overall, very good gun. Never had a problem with it. It is very safe, and it is very accurate. The only issue I've had with it is with the paints coming off. That's the only issue I've had. That's it. Nothing else. So I'll leave you guys with that. And if you have any questions, any comments, leave them below. And I'll try and answer them the best I can. Thanks, guys. See ya.